Why are you here? In college, we can fall into the trap of thinking that GPA will determine our fates. But you didn't come here to get good grades. Whether or not you know it, you are here for a purpose. Learning to explore that purpose, commit to it, and communicate it to others will shape the rest of our lives. This past summer, I interviewed physics professor Bernice Alston for ACA College Transfer Success, a class that you either have taken or will take, and a course that is designed in part to help us find our purpose. When I asked Peter what was unexpected that he learned in his career, he said he was surprised at the limited correlation between test scores and the career success of his students. I think a sense of purpose makes that distinction, and I'd like to tell you why from my personal experience. For 20 years, I was a songwriter and an entertainer, but the COVID pandemic changed the music business in ways that it may never recover from. I suffered a clinical depression for the only time in my life. I tried live streaming. I tried teaching online. I tried many side hustles. The lull also allowed me to evaluate how my life had changed and what my purpose might be now, how my purpose had changed. My mother was aging and needed my help. My son was headed into his teenage years. Knowing that I was interested in physics, my girlfriend suggested I try a class at the community college. I had barely graduated high school with a GPA of 1.8. Very few people then knew what ADHD was, and though I was diagnosed and medicated when I was 48, my old academic failures haunted me. But I had been thinking about my purpose. My family needed me at home. I needed a career change, and I had no degree and no training. But I was deeply interested in the questions of physics and pretty good at math. Terrified, honestly, I drove down to Durham Tech and took the placement tests. I started with a single class, pre-calculus algebra, and I did pretty well. At the end of that semester, my advisor told me about a program called C3, which offered a guaranteed transfer into NC State upon completing an associate degree with a GPA of 3.0, I think. I knew I wouldn't get into the program, but I wanted to meet some people at State and maybe see what it took to get into a college like that. So I filled out the application, I attended the introductory meeting, and part of the application was writing an essay about why I thought I'd be a good C3 candidate. And it's just the story that I've just spent a few minutes telling you. 2 days later, and I'm still surprised, I was in. When my new NC State advisor met with me, I asked her why I was accepted, and she said, "We liked your story." When I met another student who was in social work, I said, "Why'd you go into social work?" She said, "I wanted to help people." I asked another one why he went into urban design. He said he was interested in healing environmental issues, environmental justice in urban areas. None of us said we wanted to make good grades or make lots of money. We were able to tell them and tell each other what drove us. And that's what the program wanted to know. That's why we were there in the C3 program. So, why are you here? What's your purpose? If you don't know, try a class in something that interests you, even if it's a little outside of your course of study. Find a mentor in your field. Start a journal, writing down your interests, your talents, what kind of legacy you want to leave. It can be simple, like the student who said she wanted to help people. I believe she will. And for the people she helps, her grades will not matter. What mattered for her C3 application, what will matter to her employers, what matters to the people she serves, what matters to her and her community is her purpose. And I hope that you find your purpose. Thank you.